In Savannah, Georgia, where magnolias bloom and secrets rest beneath Spanish moss, one wedding was about to change everything. Elena Carter had built her life on planning perfect weddings for other people. Her talent was unmatched, her reputation spotless, but this wedding wasn't just another event. This was Jackson Reed's wedding, the man she had once loved. Elena stepped through the iron gates of the Reed estate, holding her planner close to her chest. The mansion stood silent and proud, white columns casting long shadows on the marble steps. Inside the grand drawing room, crystal chandeliers glistened. Elena kept her face composed as Olivia Monroe, the bride-to-be, gave instructions. "I want white roses. Only white," Olivia said, her voice cool and firm. Jackson stood beside Olivia. Navy suit, careless smile, but his eyes, they weren't smiling. His gaze met Elena's for just a moment, and in that glance, everything unspoken between them returned like a storm held back too long. Scene 2. Flashback, Elena and Jackson's secret summer. Before tuxedos and silk gowns, before family names got in the way, there had been just two people and a riverbank. By the river outside Savannah, Elena and Jackson spent quiet evenings together. She wore simple sundresses, barefoot in the grass. He rolled up his sleeves, skipping stones across the water. "You planning weddings for the stars someday, Elena?" Jackson asked, his voice light. "No," she answered with a smile. "I just want something simple, honest." But life had not allowed them simple. Not when Jackson's name was Reed, and Elena was the planner's daughter. When Margaret Reed discovered them, it ended. Just like that. Scene 3. Margaret Reed's warning. The night before the wedding, Margaret summoned Elena to the grand dining room. The table was bare except for a single candle flickering in the center. Family portraits hung on the wall-sprout faces, long gone, watching in silence. Margaret's voice was calm but sharp. "Walk away, Miss Carter. Leave now, or everything you care about will burn." Elena said nothing. Her heart was already scarred too deeply to be afraid. Scene 4. The wedding ceremony breakdown. The chapel stood beneath towering oak trees, its white walls wrapped in satin and flowers. Inside, rows of guests filled the pews, whispering behind pastel hats and pearl necklaces. Elena stood at the back, hands trembling, her heart breaking all over again. The music began. Olivia walked down the aisle in a lace gown, her steps measured and perfect. But Jackson wasn't looking at Olivia. His eyes found Elena's, and in that silent moment, everything changed. Elena stepped forward, slowly, her voice steady. From her pocket, she pulled a letter, a single folded paper that held the truth. Proof that Olivia's love was false. Proof that Olivia was after Jackson's name, his fortune, not his heart. Gasps filled the chapel. Olivia's mask slipped, her face darkened. "You don't know what you're doing," she hissed. But Elena did. She wasn't just a wedding planner. She was the last person in the room still speaking the truth. Scene 5. Shattered vows. By sunset, the chapel was empty. White chairs overturned. The altar abandoned. Vows left unsaid. Promise broken. Elena stood outside, the wind pulling at her hair, the sky ablaze in gold and orange. And then Jackson's voice quiet behind her. "I should have fought for us back then." He placed his tuxedo jacket over her shoulders. No more lies, no more masks. In Savannah, where history lingers like perfume, sometimes love has to break before it can truly begin. This was their story of hearts shattered, vows broken, and something stronger left behind.